Welcome back to Startup Highlight of the Week. So this week we're talking about a piece of technology that teaches you how to be more eco-friendly. In general, kids love animals, right? They want to protect and sayang them. But at the same time, they are the ones who throw rubbish here and there. The thing is, they don't intentionally or purposely throw their plastic bottles and tissues into ponds and longkangs just to kill the cute animals. It's more like they just don't understand the impact of their actions. So even if the parents say, hey, don't do that lah, it's still lacking a visual factor which is very strong in learning. So how can we teach this? Well, a Malaysian startup called Project Kappa has actually come up with a more interactive experience using a sensor building kit and an AR app. To break down how it works, first the kids will build the sensors, and there are two types, one for air quality and another one for water quality. And then on top of the sensors, there are actually QR codes, and this is where things get interesting. So after that, the kids will scan the QR codes and they'll actually be brought to an AR app where they can see their cute virtual pet, which is a Kappa. And this will showcase exactly what happens to animals when they are living in polluted environments. By the way, a Kappa is actually an amphibious demon found in traditional Japanese folklore that lives in ponds and rivers. It's often used as an urban myth to scare children into behaving around bodies of water so they don't drown. They're quite terrifying, but they also have cuter depictions used in games like Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing. But a part of me still wonders why the team didn't just choose something more familiar to us, like a sangkanjil, for example. So I've got all the things that I need to build my sensor in front of me, so I'm gonna attempt to put this stuff together. Like, I've never done this before in my entire life. Oh my god, I'm scared. So this is the air quality sensor itself. So I gotta plug this in. Okay, and my little guy is already in front of me. Cute! Wish I could pet it, I may need to actually do some coding. Alright, so this kit is plug and play, but before you do that, there is some brief coding that you need to do. Like, it's drag and drop coding, really easy to do, very hard to go wrong. The instructions are all in the handbook, and there are also pictures. So if you don't want to read, you can just follow the pictures. It's quite easy lah. So once you've downloaded the app, all you need to do is, again, scan the QR code, and that you will see like your little pet pop up on top of the QR code. You need to make sure that it's connected via Bluetooth so that you can actually see your Kappa's health interact with the water quality or the air quality that you expose it to. So if it's bad, then it dies. If it's good, it comes back to life. So for example, if I take this lighter and put it to the sensor, I will actually be able to see my Kappa's health go down in real time, and it can even die if it gets like really bad. But the moment I take the lighter away and it clears up the air quality, my Kappa will bounce back right to life. So fun virtual pet aspect aside, in the AR app, there are also numerical sensor readings that can be found in the coding software if you're looking for a more advanced experience. I actually found Project Kappa in 2019, and I found it really interesting because I've never seen anything like this before. But at the time, they weren't ready yet, and we all know what happened in 2020, so let's not talk about that. But now it's 2021, and I've finally been able to feature them. So overseas, we do have kits like this for children to build and use, such as from Kids Making Sense. But in Malaysia, I haven't seen anything like this yet, and Project Kappa is the first. I would also say that Project Kappa brings actually something that's more unique to the table with their AR app, because it adds a visual fun element to the entire learning experience. At the same time, besides keeping your Kappa in a clean environment to keep it alive, you need to feed it too, which makes the virtual pet experience feel a little more real for kids. And I don't know about you, but if I were a kid and I saw my cute virtual pet die, I would be really upset. And I would be able to better understand, oh, so this is what happens to real animals when they're living in dirty environments. And every time you feed your Kappa, you need to spend in-game coins, and you can get more in-game coins by actually playing a running game, which adds to the fun experience. Ideally, the end goal would be to raise awareness in children about eco-friendliness through gamification like the AR app, while also teaching them basic STEM and electronics knowledge through building the kit. This is important because starting from a young age, they need to learn that the environment we live in is shared by many living things, and our actions will directly affect their quality of life too. Beyond just selling these kits individually, I could see Project Kappa working with public and private schools for like mini science excursions and experiments. That's it for this Startup Highlight of the Week. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week.